This is the brand new BMW R1300RT, the sport touring bike from the German brand, which comes with the new Boxer engine, the most powerful ever made by BMW, with a renewed look and technology that feels like a spaceship. And at BMW's invitation, I'm here at the Interlagos racetrack to test this launch firsthand. And in this video, you'll hear my impressions driving it here on the track, technical features, its competitors, and of course, my honest opinion. I'm Amanda Pagliari. Welcome to Brazil's most charming motorcycle channel featuring the top two-wheel launches. Subscribe so you don't miss anything and hit the like button. This bike deserves it. BMW was the pioneer that created the sport touring segment with its first motorcycle, the R1300RT, back in '78. It was also the first motorcycle with a full fairing developed in a wind tunnel. Since then, other brands have created bikes for this segment as well as the RT family. The BMW RT line has been evolving, and now we've reached the 2026 version. And let's go to the first changes, starting with the design. We still have a more streamlined RT, let's say, so you see more fluid lines. Beautiful, in my opinion. This version here is the 7090, which already comes with customized accessories. Hold on, I'll talk about the price versions in a moment, but this color is really beautiful. So really, you have longer, sleeker fairings. One thing I found cool here is the integrated turn signals in the mirrors. Here you have the deflectors, which you can manually raise to provide more aerodynamics, which together with the windshield. The windshield, which is electric, really forms like a protective dome. And then at high speeds on the highway, you kind of don't feel the wind. I'm eager to test this system. All versions come with side cases, and here in the top of the line version, you have the Vario cases. As you can see on the screen, it can expand and you can fit more capacity. The top case up here is very beautiful. All in the colors of the motorcycle, it has a capacity of 54 liters. The lighting set commands respect. So full LED, both here in the front with daytime running lights, the headlight is adaptive for curves, the integrated turn signals, which I already mentioned to you, and the tail light is all LED. The fog lights are standard as well as the center stand, with that electronic assist technology that helps you lift the motorcycle more easily. The chassis is new. It has been revised to match the new engine, and it weighs 281 kilos, already considering all the fluids in its fuel tank, which has a capacity for 24 liters of gasoline. Is it heavy? Yes, I'll describe the ride in a moment. But one cool thing is that the engine's gearbox is now at the bottom. In other words, the weight distribution is better, it's more centralized. The center of gravity is now all down here. And we know, right? On a motorcycle, that makes a huge difference in handling. It's a motorcycle with impressive dimensions, over 2 meters long, about 1 meter wide. So really, it's a bike for you to ride on the highway with a lot of stability. The seat, you have a comfort seat here, both for the rider and the passenger. There's no lumbar support for the rider, but it's a very generous seat, even for the passenger, which is quite wide. And here, this top case already comes with a cushion here for your back. This motorcycle is a joy for passengers. I'll get on to show you. I'm 5'7". I can put both feet on the ground without any difficulty. The motorcycle is a bit wide, so keep your legs slightly apart for stability and to place both feet on the ground. The seat height can be adjusted. You just need to make the adjustment here, open the seat and adjust it very easily. Between 82.5 and 34.5 centimeters. Both wheels are 17-inch alloy rims and they don't use inner tubes. We have changes in the suspension, which is one of the highlights of this motorcycle. There's a new mounting here on the triple clamp, so it allows for more smoothness. And it doesn't transfer a lot of the bumps and irregularities to the handlebars. Besides that, it has Evo telelever with a travel of 149 millimeters and electronic suspension that adjusts according to your riding mode. In fact, in dynamic mode, the configuration changes. The rear lifts 30 millimeters and the front 8 millimeters precisely to improve the dive when cornering and braking. At the rear, we have the new Evo Paralever with a travel of 158 millimeters. At the front, we have dual discs with a diameter of 310 millimeters and a 4-piston radial caliper. And the cool thing is that this bike comes with integral ABS Pro, which works even when leaning into corners, and it features the dynamic brake control system, dynamic brake control. At the rear, there's a single 285 millimeter disc with a 2-piston floating caliper. The new 1300cc Boxer engine powers both the GS 1300 and 1300 GSA. A new engine, the most powerful ever made by BMW so far. It boasts impressive stats: 145 horsepower at 7,750 revolutions per minute and over 15 kilogram force meters of torque. It has 6 gears and a final drive with a cardan shaft. I know a lot of people like that, especially on long trips, since you don't have to keep maintaining the chain. So that's a good thing about this model. Here, regarding the clutch, we have 2 versions, with ASA and without ASA. I'll explain it to you in a moment, but the manual version, let's say the traditional one, it comes with a slipper clutch, which means it's assisted. It ensures smooth shifting with the lever and uses slipper technology to prevent wheel lockup. When you make a sudden downshift and also a quick shifter, which means you can shift up and down without needing to squeeze the clutch lever. I'll explain how the ASA version works soon. Its key uses a convenient proximity sensor. And here you have the switchblade key to open the cases, so you can open all of them with this key, which is really cool. It doesn't have global positioning system support, which we often see on GS line motorcycles. And it has that technology that opens the fuel tank here just with the proximity sensor. Up here, there's a compartment where you can put your things like your cell phone. This is for you to adjust its size. You lock it here, and the cool thing is that you have a USB Type-C port up here. On the dashboard, we almost have a 10.25-inch tablet with turn-by-turn navigation. Really interesting. Radio system. You can, of course, listen to music here too. You can mirror it with your cell phone and this one here. The 7090 version has a Pro audio system, so you have a different sound system. But the entry-level version also has speakers already built into the fairings. Most of the buttons are here on the left side for you to operate the dashboard, and you have the same buttons as the 1300 GS and 1300 GSA series. Here in the menu, we can access the vehicle information, right? So, you have information there about service, trip, a really nice onboard computer, including tire pressure monitoring. It tells you what the ideal pressure would be, whether you have a passenger or you're riding alone, and it tells you while riding how much pressure you have in the tires. It has a radio turn-by-turn navigation system, connected media with your phone so you can receive calls and everything else. So really, this dashboard here is very interesting, and then you have those assist configuration details. And here I'm going to talk about the most important ones, because it brings that technology just like the 1300 GS. Which is the front collision warning, which you can even turn off, right? And even say how you want it to warn you, right? And then you have the lane departure warning, which is pretty interesting, and you can turn it off too, right? And you have HSC Pro. What would that be? It's that auxiliary system for going up or down hills on inclines and declines to help you. And it has a factory alarm, which is really interesting. You can set up how this alarm will work, whether it's by tilt sensor, sound. It's really interesting, and it already comes from the factory. And it has 4 riding modes. So you have Dynamic Pro, Rain and Road. Really cool. And then the suspension adjusts electronically. So there's this favorites button here, so you can. Here is the front collision distance control, right? You also have the rider's grip heating as well as the passengers, and also the seat heating. That's really cool. And the windshield here, which you can raise and lower electronically, and it has traction control, which you can turn off. This is the 3rd motorcycle here in Brazil to get the ASA system, which makes the gear shifts automatically or automated for you, and I'll explain it to you. The version with ASA doesn't have a clutch lever, which you won't need. The gear shifts are done only with your foot, like a kick shifter. All right, here on the left handle on this little button here, D and M, there are even some little wheels here where you select if you want it to be automatic, automated, or manual. It's important to mention that you can change gears at any time, even in D, which is automated. Then you press here. Here you switch from D to M and then you start the engine. So to change gears, it always stays in neutral for safety, right? Then you shift. Here you engage the gear and that's it, manual or D. Here it shifts for you. And now that I've already shown you everything about this launch, it's time for the best part, testing it on the Interlagos track. Hop on with me. The first impression is the comfort. I'm in dynamic mode, so the suspension is already set. Look, it already shifted for me here to D2. Wow, what a sofa. Oh my, it floats. Wow, it already shifted to third. Can you guys hear that? I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but anyway, it floats. I think I should raise the window. Look at that. There you go. Now it's good. Man, to turn, this bike turns really well. It's amazing. It's like a big couch. The suspension is really, really well tuned. Engine response. I'm riding in drive mode and it's shifting. I don't even know. It's in second gear. Now it went to third. It's faster here. The brakes are very responsive. It gives a lot of confidence, really. Premium motorcycle, right guys? Remember, at any moment, look, I'm in fourth gear here. Now it's in fifth. I can downshift, look, using the kick shifter here on the pedal, right? It's not a kick shifter, right? Still, I can shift up or down at any time with the pedal. Yeah, really, what I noticed is that it shifts gears very early for you. So I'm going to change it now, put it in manual mode. So now I'm just going to shift here. I'll do it myself. The gears are here by my foot. If you like it, let me shift up here. Yeah, if you like sportiness to really feel the bike, then it's better for you to go for the manual version or buy the ASA, right? Which is the best of both worlds, because you end up having the option to change gears. I found it very comfortable here. The B300RT. For long distances, this is perfect, really, for those who like to travel in comfort. Oh my God, 190 and the bike. Wow, I have to brake. Man, I have to brake. Oh my God, 190 and the bike is very, very, very stable. Wow. Really, it's like a big couch on wheels, but an exciting couch with a very well-tuned suspension. You can take corners with a lot of safety and stability. Of course, guys, this is just a first impressions test. It's not a real test like traveling. Its natural habitat isn't here, the Interlagos racetrack. BMW took advantage of the M Festival, but it's an opportunity to see how good it is in the corners, how stable it is. And this engine here, the Boxer, is really interesting for those who like this style, right? Touring, traveling with a lot of comfort and technology, because this bike, it has technology. Surprisingly agile, high-tech, smooth, dynamic engine. Really, really cool. Suspension, I liked it. For those who want to travel with comfort and technology, this bike here will please you. And before finishing the video with the versions, right? Also the prices and talking about the competitors, how it performs. What did I think of this launch? I honestly really liked it. When you look at it, it seems bulky, but when riding, I swear to you, the bike is really smooth. It felt like it was gliding on the track. I keep imagining it on the road, how enjoyable it must be to ride. It's really good in the curves. Only in Brazil do we have winding roads. With a passenger, you'll definitely have a lot of comfort riding with someone. I think it's a great launch. I think this segment has potential in Brazil. There are few competitors, making it a great opportunity. And BMW has tradition, technology, and also the engine for this launch. Regarding the competitors, first we have Honda's most famous model, the Goldwing, a traditional motorcycle engine, but that's twice the price. The motorcycle is over 300,000 reais per the website. Harley-Davidson's Road Glide also features a bagger style and V-twin engine with a focus on a lifestyle-oriented approach. But if you're looking for a comfortable, high-tech motorcycle with connectivity, a sporty engine, and well-tuned suspension, and especially with a shaft drive, this one will meet your needs, especially when it comes to price, because it has a suggested price starting at 149,900 Rs. Which is the triple black, the all black one that everyone likes, that comes with the side cases. They're not Vario, okay? And it also doesn't come with the top case, but it brings all the technology I mentioned to you, okay? We have the triple black version, also in the same color, but this one includes the Vario side cases, which can be expanded. So it's really nice for those who like to travel. For 154,900 Rs, and then we have the triple black for 163,900 Rs, which includes, in addition to the side cases, the 54-liter top cases. And we also have the triple black with ASA, which includes everything the others have, but with the ASA transmission system I mentioned to you, which does the shifting. And then we have the top of the line in two versions, right? In this very beautiful color, kind of green. Option 719, priced at 168,900 Rs, includes side cases, a 54-liter top case, and the Pro audio system. And then you have the top of the top, which is the option 719 with ASA for 176,900 Rs. So what did you think of the prices? I found them very competitive, especially the entry-level one. Tell me what you thought about this launch. First impressions, soon a test traveling with it on the road, a real test, so to speak. This was a first impressions video. Up here, I left a really cool video for you, and down here, I left another one that I'm sure you'll like. Subscribe if you haven't yet. See you next time, Moto Kiss.